What's good, everybody? How y'all doing today? What is good? Is good. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving. All the news that we got from Chris Hansen on Wednesday was amazing. And we are going to try to discuss what is going on, what he could do in the future. Hello, how's everybody doing today? All right. Let's have a discussion. What could the new information be about Onision next week on Chris Hansen's show? Have a seat with Chris Hansen. I wonder who he's going to have. I don't know that information yet. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, I do want to say that this is not tea. This is not your regular drama. This is actually very, very serious. These are very serious crimes that Onision and Kai have both done and are probably still doing. This is very, very important to discuss. This is very important to note. I used to be a corrections officer way back in 2014. No, not 2014, 2015. Between 2015 and 2016, I used to be a corrections officer. Now, I can tell you this much. When Onision does go to prison, and he most likely will, he's not going to be first of all, no cameras. Thank God. The only cameras that are going to be on him are going to be the state cameras that are going to be used for any reason. Those cameras run 24/7. He will be on camera 24/7. That's a scary thought. Also, he has a masturbation addiction from what we heard from the other girls that have talked about him. He's not going to have access to anything, let alone porn. Prison porn, there's a difference. Prison porn is something that some guys can get on the outside if they have a hustle. There's a channel called After Prison Show. I've been watching it for a couple of years. Joe Guerrero, he's an ex-prisoner who used to be in a prison at not West Virginia, but Virginia, and Chesapeake State Prison was where he went. And he had several hustles. He used to do tattoos. He used to do prison porn. He actually talked about it a lot on his channel. I'm not, saying that just out of my ass. So, what will Onision be like in prison? I think Onision will be very distraught. He will act out. He will pretend he's acting and try to get everybody to like his acting. But here's the deal. In prison, there are several groups of people. There are your racists, which are your KKK style people, neo-Nazis out there. There are the MS-13 gangs. There are the Juggalo gangs, which I guarantee you he cannot be a part of, I being a Juggalo myself. However, recently coming off of the Juggalos have come off of the gang member list. Score for us. He will most likely be part of the creepy faction, like the guys that are like touch him 2 times Tommy. He's gonna have a nickname. Like every prisoner in a prison has a nickname. It's very common. He will not be going by Onision. or Greg or James. He will not be going by any of those names. He will be going by his prison nickname that they will give him, probably Little Bitch or Turd Pancake. I'm just saying that flat out. Like, that's exactly what he's going to be. Onision is he puts it off as, oh, he was just joking or he was just pretending. He never does. That was not a pretend thing. And even if it was pretend, he's not doing himself any favors. If he does try to plead insanity, he will go to a mental health facility where he will be forced to take medication. Like, if he refuses to take medication, he will stay there longer and probably add more charges, extending his time. Because in prison, you can catch prison charges, for just about anything. Whether you were caught with a little bit of contraband, whether you were caught with a little extra coffee that you weren't supposed to have, whether you were caught with someone's items, whether you were caught doing something you weren't supposed to, being somewhere you weren't supposed to. That's a lot. Like gambling, you can get caught for gambling. He probably won't even have a prison job. He'll most likely have a job in prison because he's gonna have to try to make some kind of money. He's gonna try to do something like that. But I guarantee you, with the way his charges are, he's got some serious charges, and they're not gonna want to be friendly with him. Inmates do not take kindly to those people who have um, touchy charges. They do not take kindly to that at all. Like I said, I worked in both a mental health facility and a state prison. I've worked in a mental health facility in LaGrange County, Kentucky, and I worked for the LaGrange County, Kentucky prison known as Luther Luckett Correctional Facility. If I remember correctly, my badge number was 254 or 259. It was something like that, because badge numbers are different. The lower your badge number, the higher your rank. The higher your badge number, the lower your rank. Onision will not be named Onision in prison. He will be inmate Jackson or Avero, whatever his name is now. If it's legally Jackson, it will be inmate Jackson state number. He will not be a person anymore. He will be a state ward. State ward, inmate Jackson number, whatever it is. And he will most likely be going to a Seattle State prison. And let me tell you, from what I've heard about Seattle State Prison, oh, they do not take kindly to people like him. He will most likely get thrown into Gen Pop, and they will fuck him up. They will fuck Greg up. He can bitch, scream, cry, complain all he wants. The guard there won't give a fuck. He will complain to a guard. The guard will just tell him to go back to your cell. I had to tell inmates that. Wow. I've had to tell inmates like Greg that just go back to your cell. Just shut up, file a complaint, go back to your cell. And it may even take days to get a response. It may take 8 hours to get a response. It may take days. It may take a week. It may take a month to get a response of the complaint, no matter how many times you send one in. Like, he'll be sending in complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint. He'll be complaining about the food. He'll be complaining about getting cold all the time. He'll be complaining about not getting his dick sucked all day. That's just how Greg is. He won't have Twitter to bitch to all his fans about. He won't have any of that. Well, that'll be great. Because they will take it all as evidence against him, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's going to be good in prison? Because I don't think he'll last. He might think he's a dom on the outside in the free world right now. Once he goes to prison, he's going to be somebody's bitch. He pretends to be so gay for Chris Hansen. Like he is now. But once inmates find out what he's done on the news, because inmates watch the news. There's inmates who watch the news. There's inmates who watch sports. There's inmates who watch Lifetime movies. There's inmates who just sit there and do nothing. There's all kinds of factions in prison, as I like to see it. He's going to be so low on the totem pole in prison. I wish I was a corrections officer there. Oh my god. I so wish I was a corrections officer when he goes to prison. I just being able to tell him to shut the fuck up and go back to his cell would make my fucking day. Like that would be just like the pinnacle of my day. Oh, you made videos. They made videos about me. and an old head who's there, we'll just tell him to shut the fuck up or beat his ass. That's just how it is. Old head guards, they don't give a fuck. They've been around for decades. When I got my new chief, when I got my new captain, he was a guard at like 10 different prisons for many, many years, and the man knew what he was doing. Like I respected my captain. He was fucking awesome. And I only got to know him for like a month, but he was pretty cool. So yeah. Anyway, I figured Onision is not going to be he's not going to have a good time. Let's just say that. But yeah, he will definitely be and he will definitely be crying about being depressed. They'll force him to take medication for that. He'll if he refuses to take his medication in prison and he claims that he has depression and all kinds of other shit that we know he doesn't really have, and he refuses to take that medication, that could be a charge. Refusal to take medication could be an extra charge. Add more years to his sentence. He could be going away for 10, 20 years. But with all the evidence stacked up against him, he could be going away for 20, 30, 40 years. And if he does any extra crimes while in prison, it could be 50, 60, 70 years before he even gets out. He could be dead before he gets out. I mean, unless he does some snitching. And if he's caught snitching, he's going to go the way of Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching. I have a seeking suspicion that Onision will be a prison snitch. That's just how he functions. Onision will be a prison snitch. I've seen it happen. I've seen prisoners come in like him. I've seen it. I know how they are, and he will definitely be a snitch. Onision is not an honest person. He claims he is, but we all know he ain't. We all know Onision is not the most honest person in the world. Oh, he has brutal honesty whenever he's talking about an underage person that sends him an image. You know, all those people who send him half nude photos, every photo that he has and could have saved on his computer, and a good person that works in the FBI could potentially bring all those back up. They could essentially get him 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You know, he could have almost 100, 2 or 3 life sentences because of all those images. Several life sentences. I think that is what could potentially be happening, and especially his grooming that he's been doing, um, cult-like followings, um, having sex with his while his children are in bed with him. You know, he's done some pretty fucked up shit. You know, like aside from everything that he's said and done in the past, stuff that he's actually done and been called out on, especially on this the live streams with Shiloh, Sarah, Billy, Regina, and Haley. All of those streams have practically confirmed everything that we've been talking about him. That's scary to me. And hopefully his kids will not be going to Kai. Kai is going to prison, guaranteed, for at least 40 years. She's going I don't give a fuck at this point. She's going to prison for 40 years. She's going to a female prison. She will not be going to a male prison. I don't give a fuck what she identifies as. She will go to a female prison. She has female body parts. She will go to a female prison. That's facts. Regardless of what you say out here in the free world, when you go to prison, they will look between your legs, and if you have a dick, you go to a male prison. You have a vagina, you go to a female prison. And guess what? We all know she's got one. Go to a female prison. And I've heard stories about female prisons. They are not pretty. They're not some they're almost as bad as male prisons, if not worse. She's probably gonna have to shave her head when she gets there. It just depends on what prison does this. I know several prisons do things differently, but some prisons shave their heads. She's gonna have she'll not be named Kai in prison, and if she is Kai, she's gonna go by her last name. Inmate Jackson, or what if she goes by her maiden name? I don't know what that is. To be fair, she's gonna go by that, and it's gonna be inmate name number. She will be an inmate. Kai, you're fucked too. And those female prisoners, when they find out the things that you've done, there are a lot of mothers in prison. And a lot of them will fuck you up too. That's just simple facts. Because when you go to prison for sex crimes, you're not gonna have this. You can't just go. Oh, you can't cry all fucking day. You're gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. Cry me a fucking river. Because if I was a guard at either of those prisons, that's what I would say. If you're gonna cry, cry in your fucking cell. That's all I gotta say on that. They're gonna have to fucking cry. They're gonna cry in their fucking cell. And I'm just being on, I'm just, spitting facts here. You can call bullshit on all that all you want to, but I've worked in them. I've got proof that I've worked in them. I know exactly how prisons work. And I've showed this before on other streams. This is an employee handbook from when I worked at the Luther Luckett Correctional Facility. Let's see. Kentucky employees, suggestion systems, ethics codes, political activities, time reporting, grievances. They can file grievances. Let's see. What else can they do? Oh, benefits of employment. I don't want to have to deal with that part. That's not what I'm here for. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's right. We used to get paid every month, the 13th and the 30th of every month. That's about when I would get salary. Oh yeah, and if they do have to go to court over certain things, a guard who was working for them will be going to court and probably testifying against them if that has to happen. Let me see. Let's see. No, no. He will not be allowed to vote. Onision will not be allowed to vote. Neither will Kai. They are not people. When you go to prison, you are not a person. You are a ward of the state. You become property. You become state property, which is why they cannot consent to sex. No matter what, it is considered rape. When an inmate has sex with another inmate, it is considered rape. I don't care how it is said. You can disagree with me all you want to on that one, but that's just how it is. That I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Even if if a female was at a male prison, right, and she consensually had sex with an inmate, that is not consent. If Greg tries to coerce a female guard or a female who works on staff, if Greg tries to do that, he will be charged with rape in prison. That adds another couple of years on his sentence. That will be happening. Greg is not safe. He can, if he does go, excuse me, if and when he does go to prison, Greg will not be safe. Flat out. Anyway, I hope everybody had a really good Thanksgiving. I know I did. I was able to go to a roommate's dad's house, and I'm now using the laptop because my roommate's dad now allowed me to use it again. Um, we're going to be kind of exchanging it out here and there. So I'm allowed to do some videos and watch Netflix while I'm doing this, while he's not here. So that's a cool thing. I'm able to do videos again. I'm able to do edited videos again, which is great. I can still keep doing my edited stuff. All right. Tell me what you guys thought. What did you guys think of what I said? Was I correct? Was I wrong? What? I'm gonna see if I can get some more people here to watch this. I'm gonna try and see if I can get watch. Uh, oh crap! Wrong thing. Damn it! I'm gonna have to share. I'm gonna have to do an actual share. Twitter. All right, it has been shared. Anywho, has anybody watched Has Been Hotel yet? It's a pretty good. Anywho, has anybody watched Has Been Hotel yet? It's pretty good. It's a pretty good. It's pretty good YouTube show. Anyway, how's everybody's Thanksgiving? I had pretty good fun. I ate something new actually. It was a spicy green bean casserole. It was absolutely delicious. It had jalapenos and it had rotel, and it actually made the flavor pop a little bit more. I was actually impressed with it. Yeah. Anywho, how is everybody doing today? I'm gonna try to stretch this out a little bit more. I believe that's all I had to say on this subject. Onision will be going to prison. Eh, right? Yeah, it does. It's really, really good. Um, it was just your regular average green bean casserole, but it had rotel and jalapenos. It was really, really good. Um, of course, we have potatoes. The person who made the potatoes didn't salt them. Like whenever you make potatoes, I'm a chef at heart. I love cooking. Cooking is one of my biggest passions. And when I cook, I try to season everything I cook, whether unless it's like something like cereal. Why would you do that? Uh, like you don't put olive oil and salt and pepper on cereal. You just don't do it. Um, that just sounds like something you would do if you were high on meth. But no. I am a chef at heart. I we had we had cherry. Oh wait a minute. Speaking of pie. Speaking of pie. Um, I did a poll yesterday on what is everyone's favorite pie. It is good, man. It is so good. I personally enjoyed it myself. It was fan freaking tastic. Okay, where is that tweet I did? I did a poll. Where is it? Ah, so there's 26 minutes left on the poll, and currently, after 85 votes, wow, pumpkin got the biggest vote. Pumpkin pie. I was very surprised by that, actually. Pumpkin pie has the biggest vote. And coming in second place is cherry pie, my personal favorite. Well, cherry pie next to lemon pie is cherry and lemon are my two favorites. In the third place is pecan pie, and fourth place lemon. Pecan, hands down. Pecan pie is pretty good. It's not my absolute favorite. I had a chocolate pecan pie once my grandpa made. It's pretty fucking good. My grandpa's favorite was pecan pie. R.I.P. Grandpa. R.I.P. But yeah, pecan pie is pretty damn good. Um, I like it occasionally. I can't eat it much anymore. My teeth are so bad right now. I can't really eat anything crunchy. Like I love the candy bar paydays. They're basically like caramel and peanuts and all that. I love those things, but I can't eat them anymore. I absolutely fucking love them. Can't eat them. My teeth are horrible. Um, calcium deficiency in my family, not fun. Hell, my brother's teeth are worse than mine. He's got almost no teeth left, and he's not on drugs or anything that I know of. But yeah, cherry pie or lemon pie are my absolute favorites. I just love the feeling. I just like love the taste of lemon. I My aunt used to make. Looks like I got something in my beard, but it's probably just the way the light hits it. Okay. Um, my aunt used to make these amazing lemon bars whenever we would go camping, and oh my god, like they would be gone in like 3 hours. Like I'm not kidding, they would be gone. 2 or 3 of them, after your first bite of these things, they're addictive. Uh, just a simple lemon bar recipe. You can actually find it on Google, I think. But it's probably not the same. Lemon bar. Oh my god, they are so good. And they will end up looking like, hopefully you can see that. They'll end up looking like that. They are just so good. And what the hell happened to my... Come on. Come on, you motherfucker. There we go. That's better. Probably just the way the light was hitting it. But lemon bars are delicious. I'm a big turkey person. A lot of people don't like turkey. Um, I like turkey myself. I just like the dark meat turkey. I like wings, thighs, legs. Turkey breasts, fucking disgusting, in my personal opinion. They're just dry, always dry. No matter what you do with a freaking turkey, like you can put so much butter in it, you can put so much other flavors in it and everything. The turkey breasts are just dry and bland. Like no matter what you do. I've tried it many different ways, and turkey breasts have always been blah. But I know a lot of people are fans of ham more than they are of turkey, which is understandable if you get a decent ham with pineapple and cherry and a good brown sugar recipe. Pretty damn awesome. Nice glaze. Like I said, I am a big chef at heart. I love cooking. I like experimenting with foods, flavors. I actually made this really good vegan sort of style recipe. If you're a vegan, I've made a rice recipe with just peppers, salt, pepper, and teriyaki sauce, and it was actually really, really good. It's got a lot of flavor. The rice is filling, and rice is a vegan meal. So if you have rice, peppers, a sauce, it'll fill your friend up. It'll fill your vegan friend up. And oh, he can have vegan meals in prison. He just has to request it, but it's still going to be the shittiest vegan meal he can get, which is hilarious. He's not going to be. They're not going to be able to go to Taco Bell. They're not going to be able to do mukbangs. They're not going to be able to do anything crazy. They're not going to be able to have video cameras. He can try to have video cameras, but it won't work. I just think, yeah, but green bean casserole with rotel and jalapenos, that was a very different thing to have. And we still actually have some leftovers from that. It's oh, before next year, before before January 1st, I will not be in this room. We are probably moving. I don't know when we're moving, but it's gonna be before January 1st, and we will have a new apartment. I will probably be filming there. So we're dealing with a move at this point. Let me see. I just wanted to have some fun, chill out, talk about Onision, what he's going to be like in prison. Because I used to be a corrections officer, right? Like, you know what the best thing about Thanksgiving is? The best thing about Thanksgiving? Hey, VE and media, what's up? How you doing? The best thing about Thanksgiving? Leftovers. Oh yeah, he's done. The worst thing about Thanksgiving? Clean up. Oh, it's Vincent. How you doing? How you doing, Nick? Nick, how do you say your last name? Nicotra? Is that it? Is that how you say your name, Nikotra? That's right. I usually am pretty good at name pronunciations, and I was just I just wanted to be sure. I know, I saw that. He's trying to redirect his uh-oh, bro. Wow, he is desperate. He is fucking desperate. Man, as someone who has been a corrections officer, I can tell you that Onision will not make it in prison. He will not make it. I saw that too. I saw that last night. He's going down. Yeah, he he is persistent. Onision is persistent. Do I think he'll go to prison? Absolutely. Um, he won't be able to pay for. Oof. Damn. Good. His site is down. I'm actually very happy about it. I've been following the Onision thing since like 2014, I believe. Good work, man. What I can tell. Oh, what I can tell you. I've been following Onision's mind fuckery since 2014, and I can tell you that what's happening. hmm I can tell you that what's happening with him right now is he will go to prison. Like that's facts. He will go to prison. Like all of his charge, like all the things that we've known about him, everything that he, all the acts that he's done. Yes, he skirts the line on legality, but a court of law, a legit court of law, will not see that. Then it's up to the jury, and if the jury doesn't like what's going on, they will say guilty. He can try to get a defense in. He's going to try and I think he has this mentality of he doesn't want someone to talk for him. He likes to talk himself. Exactly. Making a video, making that casserole. Um, it wasn't my recipe. It was actually my roommate's grandmother who made it. But I'll ask her. He committed a crime this past week. What did he? Yeah, the doxing. I know, right? I think all of Onision. I think most of Onision's subs are sub bots. To be honest, I don't think he actually has real fans left. Yeah, with the doxing, it's a very big criminal offense now. It didn't honest. I think it didn't used to be a criminal offense to do so, but now an acts of violence to harm someone. Yeah, the threatening that he did in a video. He's done. Like he's got no defense. He's got no honest to goodness defense. And if a good person can, and if somebody could get a warrant to his house and get all the video evidence that he has, he's screwed. Like everything that he has is evidence, right? I know, right? That's crazy to me. Act of violence, yeah, that, the threatening of somebody that he was threatening to, harm them. Yeah, he was pointing at harming somebody in a, video. That was crazy. I can tell you this much about Chris Hansen. I've been a big fan of Chris Hansen for many, many years. I've watched him since I was a kid. Um, ever since To Catch a Predator and ever since I was, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a detective. I've always wanted to be a cop. I've always wanted to do that. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for some roasted onions. Just get them sautéed and flambéed. Just flambe them onions, man. Just flambe this onion. I think it's funny that he chooses onion as a nickname. Do you think he has at this point still acting or is sorry in apology videos? Hell no. I don't think he's acting. Um, I think a lot of his sorry stuff, a lot of his like dripping kombucha, like kombucha, which is nasty by the way. Um, nice, nice. Um, I don't think I think part of it was actually him having a narc rage, and the other part of it was acting. His acting is so bad that it makes Kristen Stewart's acting look good. Free kombucha for the chat. Press F to pay respects for the kombucha. That poor kombucha bottle. I know he's just such a terrible person, and there's this freaking gnat that is flying in my freaking camera. Sorry about that. I know it's so fucking sad. I'm a big fan of Joker, and I wouldn't even go to that level of stupidity. I love the Joker movie. I wasn't ever actually. I might actually sound a little controversial for saying this, but I did not particularly like Heath Ledger's Joker. It was good. I give him that, but I was never really a big fan of it. Uh, he Joaquin Phoenix did a great job as Joker. But I think personally, I was not a big fan of The Dark Knight. I'm a big movie person, and I love the animated Batman movies way more. Yeah, I saw him in Johnny Cat. I saw him in the Johnny Cash Walk the Line. I feel really bad for the children too. Honestly, I think the children should go to his mom or Kai's parents because the way that he is, they don't deserve to be around them at all. I did enjoy Joaquin as Johnny Cash. Um, Free kombucha for the chat. Yeah, it was great. Um, yeah, he's trying to create his own little Joker story because he feels like he is the Joker, and I'm like, oh my god, we know he doesn't live in reality. Like he's that bad of a person. He does not believe in reality. He thinks the FBI is freaking Mulder and Scully of X Files. X Files. I swear to God. I I laughed. It wasn't because the video itself was funny. It was his stupidity that was funny. It was probably Sarah who said that. I just actually watched that. That actually is what made me want to do the live stream. I just saw that video. Um, I think his name was Unknown Archive. My advice to Onision regarding his life in prison. Yeah, I just watched that actually, not an hour ago. And I just subscribed to him too, so anyone said someone said the oldest kid. Yeah, I think so too. Um, I think his sisters might be keeping an eye out what's going on. It is a good take. I actually personally enjoyed that because it actually does coincide with what I've said. Can someone link? Yeah, I'll link the channel real quick. I'm gonna have to pull up another tab. I'll pull up the channel real quick. Sorry if it starts lagging a bit. I shouldn't be lagging because I'm the only one using the internet right now. He owes $350,000 to the IRS. Yes, at least that amount. That's just the IRS. That's not including what he owes the state of Washington. Oh, Kai's with him. Wait. No, I'm not kidding. That's actually what he asked Chris Hansen for to come onto his show. That's such an arbitrary ass number too, so that's what made us think that. I don't know if Kai's not with him right now, but if she's not, then I don't give a fuck about her gender, honestly. Because your gender does not matter when you go to prison. If you have female body parts, you will go to a female prison. Subscription library. Hold on. I'm actually going to bring up the. There we go. Got the link. That's awesome. Yeah, that's fucking lottery money. Like that's a salary of like a freaking doctor right there. Only Onision could. That's the link to that channel. I just put it up in the chat. Yeah, $350,000 is fucking nuts. No problem. No problem at all. I know. That's why I try not to use anything that actually has to do with his channel. I mean, I just respond to what he's done. I don't actually put his videos up on the screen because I know that's exactly what he goes after. My channel doesn't make any money. I'm just gonna say that. My channel doesn't make any money. I don't have enough subscribers. It's not like back in the day when you can make money off of YouTube. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the same as it was 6 years ago. And this fucking net is pissing me off. Sorry about that. Until I kill this gnat. Gnat being Onision. I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't threaten violence on somebody. No. No, I don't do that crap. I'm just kidding. But if he does go to prison, he most likely will be fucked up. Oh, 2011 is a long time. Actually, when Onision started, and it was before I even had internet access, honestly. I didn't even have internet access back in 2006. That's what I thought. You know, I agree with that. Also, I I do I do thank you guys for coming on to the show, and I just caught a live stream Wednesday. I caught the stream Wednesday, and I was actually in there. And wow, I just gotta say, Haley was really strong in what she had to come out and say. I think she did wonderfully. I think Billy did wonderfully last week. I think Regina before that. Same. I'm actually somebody who has empathy. I'm actually an empath, and when I felt what Shiloh had to say, and this is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off about Joker stuff. When I see somebody on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere, when I see somebody saying, "Oh, I want a relationship like Harley Quinn and Joker," fuck no, you don't. You do not. They represent pure manipulation. Joker represents pure manipulation and abuse, and Harley Quinn represents Stockholm syndrome. 100%. That's exactly what he did. He forced Stockholm syndrome on her. That's exactly what he does to every fucking person that he's with. He puts them through so much shit. They did all amazing. I agree. I hate it when people romanticize Harley and Joker. Yes, they're romanticized in media and cartoons and stuff, but they are not what people should be romanticizing. You know what relationships should be honestly romanticized? Gomez and Morticia. That's how I want a relationship to be. Because they care about their children. They want their children to be happy. They take care of each other even after many, many years. I remember that. I actually watched that I watched that episode when it came out. He beat her up and threw her out of a window. Uh, they all did very good. And what I was saying before, I'm a I'm an empath. I actually feel bad for a lot of people. I try not to show it too much because this is the internet and people will attack you if they do see some kind of weakness. Same with Mike and Actor. Mike and Actor is an empath as well, but he has grown a thick skin. And some people can mess you up if they hit the right button. Yep, that's exactly how Onision is to his women in his life. Even worse to his kids. Do you think he's acting this way on YouTube and Twitter to pull together an insanity plea? Um, Even if he does pull together an insanity plea, he's going to be forced to take mind-altering drugs and be forced to get better so he can stand trial. I used to work in a mental health facility as a security officer there. I was working at one in LaGrange County. He won't get it. I mean, even if he does get it, he's going to be forced to take medication. He's going to be forced to take medication. And exactly what Vincent said right here. He won't be able to use insanity because there's too much evidence that he can use. Two, he's acting, so the jury won't say that. Is he? Not in a sense that we know of one, but he is a predatory scumbag. He goes after minors who are of the ages between 15 to 18, and once they turn 18, he makes them sign contracts and other things like that. So do I have the link to my Twitter or what? Shiloh gets the tattoo offer. I don't know about getting it removed, but it can be covered up. I heard she was getting it covered up. And do I think they'll break off their relationship? I think that once they do go to prison, they will most likely have a divorce. Hmm. Do I think he's acting this way on YouTube and Twitter to pull? I think he's acting in general, and his acting is fucking horrible. Like I said before, his acting makes Kristen Stewart look legit. His acting makes the guy who played Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey look good. That's just as bad. But yeah, as I said, I used to work at two different places as security. Once the people in prison find out what he did, he's screwed. Which they will find out because when you go to prison, freaking Nat, go away. Once they find out what he's done in prison, which they will, inmates carry their sheets. For sure. Indeed, for sure. Um, you can see whatever defense he is going to show to a judge, and probably more evidence against it. Exactly. He does not do himself any goddamn favors at all. Nothing he does is nothing he says is favorable. The man he thinks he's a freaking movie actor, and he's not. I was watching a video. I was watching Sarah's video the other day. Though not Onision Sarah, but just Sarah on Twitter. I was watching her stuff. All of his commissary, if he has any money for commissary, which he probably won't have any. I agreed. I agree with that. Onision's commissary is definitely going to be stolen every freaking time he gets any. Go send him that email. Definitely. I like having a discussion in my live chat. That way it gives me stuff to talk about before I freaking lose my mind. Um, but yeah, I think Onision will definitely not. Oh, he's gonna be somebody's pocket. He's gonna be somebody's prison pocket. Not much. You didn't miss much. I think he's definitely gonna be somebody's prison pocket or prison wallet. Junie cakes. He better be holding on to his Junies. Because that is a term that prisoners use for someone's ass. They have a lot of words for that. Your honey buns. Let's see. After prison show reference. I love after prison show, dude. I've been watching them for like 3 years, 2 to 3 years. The prison suitcase, luggage, and my camera is acting all glitchy. He probably doesn't know. He probably doesn't know yet. I'll actually on a recent video, I'll actually the boof. I'll definitely send him a comment to see if he'll cover it. But that's all we can do. I don't know why, but something about this just makes me happier than anything. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my jackass side of me, but this just fills me with freaking joy. I doubt it. Oh, I do agree with that. Only thing he's gonna have a prison hustle for is being somebody's Junie cakes. He ain't gonna have a prison hustle. I don't remember. Um, I didn't follow it at that point. That's not one of the reasons. The only reason I started getting into the Onision topic was for Mr. Epsilon back in the day. When Mr. Epsilon started talking about what he did to Shiloh, what Onision did to Shiloh was just it hurt. It hurt. Actually, I was extremely hurt when that happened. It was some of the most awful shit. As somebody who has training to help somebody, I could hardly watch the Kai Files. I watched about halfway through. I haven't finished watching it yet. I doubt there's going to be actual footage of the arrest unless it actually is made public. When he said he was going on hiatus, I was hoping it'd be as long as 10 years per frame. Same. Thank you. I'm close to reaching 100 subscribers, and I don't know what I'm going to do for my 100 subscriber video, but I might think of something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. But I have been following it since forever ago. I've been doing I try to do like little gaming sessions here and there. I actually Mr. Epsilon was the reason I started my channel in the first place. I was actually on YouTube a long time ago, but stopped using those channels. They were just card game channels back in the day. I didn't get into it when I was with my ex. It just kind of stopped. I can't read. Hold on. It's insane how he's pissed that everyone is so focused on his bad things when he's so obsessed with Regina Cooney. Right? Everything he's ever done. Everything he's ever done. He says, "Oh, well, he did one thing good. Well, you should just." He thinks that if he does one thing good, he thinks he's forgiven from everything he's ever done. Exactly. He thinks that he thinks he's like this god, and he's this most powerful being on YouTube, when really he's only 1 million subscribers. Epic rap battles of history are stronger than he is, and better people. I just watched the Joker versus. I just did the. Yeah, I know, right? He thinks he's a freaking celebrity, but he's not. Hell, the Amazing Atheist is a bigger celebrity than he is, and he's actually been on the news a couple of years ago. And at least the Amazing Atheist doesn't act like a freaking cuck that Onion Boy is. It's like he donated $250. What a what a That money, I would not have accepted that. I would have sent it and flushed it down. He's a nobody, and he's about to find out what that means, like, nothing in prison. Exactly. Shout out to That Was Epic. Before Kai was with Onision, before Lainey was with Onision, she was very pretty. And then Onision, honestly, I, I I'm this may sound really bad for other people, and I'm with Mr. Epsilon on this. I don't give a fuck what she classifies herself as. She's a monster, flat out. She's turned into him. Sky and the emails. And the emails that Onision sent Ayana's younger sister. No, Sky's younger sister. The emails that he sent that younger sister of hers. Oh my god, that was fucking horrible. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. That's definitely fair. I, honestly, if you watched one of my first videos, I was wearing a mask. I might actually redo that video. I hope she does. That'd be really cool. I would love to see that one. Um, I think if we do something, something has to be done. Something has to be done, and I believe it is being done. Fucking Nat, go away. Um, what he did, especially the way he was saying, like, "Oh, I've kicked people out of my life." God, that's so fucking cringe. Every fucking time he says that, it pisses me off. Like then he keeps going after. I think Stevie is going to be reached out soon. I don't remember who she is. That might sound bad for me, but I don't remember who she is. Or Steve or Steve Wolf. Steve Wolf should be on the show. Honestly, he's been following that shit for almost a decade. It's only because PewDiePie. Oh, some guy. Yeah, I saw that. I think the reason that they go after PewDiePie so much is because he's actually the biggest YouTube channel next to T Series. He's the biggest YouTube channel on YouTube. He hit over 100 million subscribers recently, and that was insane. Exactly. Exactly. Same. Um, I might sound like an asshole for saying this, but they won't respect pronouns when you go to prison. I've never watched a T Series video ever. Still today, and someone's starting up their freaking truck. Can't wait till we move out of here. Honestly, so much stress going out. Said asked Vince about reaching out to Stevie in their little phone interview, which was good. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah, William, I agree. Uh, I wouldn't want that to happen. Like, I don't believe that Kai has real gender dysphoria. I don't. I don't care what some little uh they them pronoun says on Twitter. I don't care. They do not have gender dysphoria. If they will be sending nudes to a minor, then they don't have it. Honestly, that's what I see. I mean, I just call things like I see it. And one of my, like I was saying, one of my original videos, um, I was doing a Onision Kai trans conspiracy video. I was wearing a mask in, but I'm gonna probably redo this one. Probably sometime in the future. I might do it on my 100 subscriber special. Maybe I might be that might be what I'm gonna do. I think that if I do get that far, I'm gonna try to update it with everything that I've said and everything that I said before and everything that has led up to now with proof that she is faking her gender identity. Honestly, I believe that Onision is doing the long con. If anyone doesn't know what a long con is whenever you fake something for years and years and years and years just to garner sympathy, just to garner as much sympathy as you can from a particular group. Which is why Onision now put God in his Twitter bio, and because he thinks because he's now Christian, which I highly doubt, he thinks that because he's put that in there, that means he's a good person now, which is obviously not the case. Um, they're faking. They're a big bunch of fakes. They're a bunch of acting. I believe that he forced her to be a trans so that he could have more acting to do with her and make more content just off of her. But I don't feel bad for her at all, so it's whatever. She lost any kind of feeling that I would have probably given somebody. If there was any kind of hope for Kai, any kind, she would have already left him by now. If there was any kind. I kind of agree with that. But like I said, she just goes along with whatever he does because she's got severe Stockholm syndrome. She'll just do whatever he asks. And calling him a boy was just well, the further proof. Like he was like after she cut her hair short, Onision called her. You have a good one. You have a good one, CT. Um, I think she doesn't go under it and change her body for the sake of something you don't want to. I agree. I think that she doesn't deserve to do that. Yep. Onion has to approve of everything. And she's actually a man. I don't. You can identify with whatever you want, but at the end of the day, when you do go to prison, if you have a vagina, female prison. You can claim to be a man all you want to, but you're not going to a male prison. There was actually a transgender person in the prison that I worked at. Tits out to here. I'm just saying. But they had a male penis, so they went to a male prison. I didn't know what their names were, so they were just inmate. They were just inmate. But you go to a male prison, that's exactly what you get. When you go to a male prison, if you're a transgender with a penis, you go to a male prison. If you're one that with a vagina, you go to a female prison. That's just how they work. I've worked in one. I have proof I've worked in one. And yeah, that's exactly what they do. And yeah, I know everything that Kai does goes through Onision. And I got the freaking gnat. Killed it for now. I think once he gets out of prison, I think once they go to prison, a lot of this will finally be over. But you know it's not over? After all this, even if they do go to prison, the damage had already been done. The damage that he did to Kai's mentality, the damage that he did to right. Also, my real name is Mike, so I'm just saying. Onision, if when Onision and Kai do go to prison, I know, right? I honestly, I think it's a power move. Like, oh, I'm the one who has to put myself out there, but you have to be down on your knee type of thing. And I have all these women around here. I can say that I did all this. He's just so fucking stupid. And that's not how poly relationships work. That's not how poly relationships work. His Twitter is fucking gross. As a Dom myself, it makes me cringe. It makes me sick. Why would it be? Another thing is, why is he so fucking thirsty when he has a fucking slave that sits next to him all the time? The daddy content. As one myself, I wouldn't put that shit out there. Daddy content is just for personal reasons. I agree. He is a disgrace to my communities. He is a disgrace to my DDLG community and the BDSM community as a whole. An entire disgrace. Because he has such a large following and because he has such a uh, large group of people on YouTube, he's a fucking disgrace. He's a fucking massive douchebag. Well, now you know another one. I made posts on Twitter the other day, or last night actually, if I can get my stuff done. If I can find the one tweet that I posted. I said, a real Dom will respect your boundaries. A real Dom will respect your wants, needs, do's, and don'ts. If she does if she doesn't want to shave her fucking head, she can say no. A BDSM relationship is about consent. All about consent. Do not fucking do something he or she says no to because you find it hot. And if she says not no but hell no, do not fucking shame her and call her lame. You are not a fucking dom. I know, right? He made $2,500 each month by his pay. I thought he was making like 4,000 a month off of Patreon. BDSM, exactly same. If I was exactly that right there. If they try to own you first date or first meeting, red flag. Get the fuck out of there because that's an abuser. An abuser will use BDSM as a way to own you when you first meet. I have never done that in my relationships. You talk first. You discuss do's. You discuss don'ts. You discuss things that you like. You discuss things you don't. You become friends first. Then, once she says yes, and even then, even if she does say yes, she or he has the right to say no. 100%. She can revoke it anytime. You are not in control like you think you are. She or he gives you control. Safe words are important in rack, in CNC. Not entirely throughout that, but yeah, safe words are very important, and so is aftercare. I don't think he knows a damn word about what aftercare means. I have been a dom for 10 years. And I know more than he could ever in his entire life. That wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault. Pineapple, I wouldn't use fruits. I wouldn't use anything related to that. But if that is what they want to use, then that's what they want to use. You respect the safe words, 100%. I'm sorry, but that's not your fault, Isla. Is that right? Isla? Isla? Yeah. No, 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 you're good. You're good. I'm just saying, like, personally, I wouldn't use fruits because you can say banana or pineapple or because sometimes words like that. Oh, no, no, no problem. I don't mind giving BDSM advice because as someone who has been in it and has had back when I was on Kick, I don't use Kick much anymore. But back when I was on there, I was Isla. Thank you. Thank you for that. I was right. I try to, like I said, I can get names right. Um, I try to get names right as much as possible. When I was back on Kick, I was actually in like 20 different BDSM groups as a moderator. Let me tell you, I've seen some pretty fucked up dudes in there. I've seen some really fucked up dudes. It's crazy. Like I said, I don't mind. I do have Instagram. Same name, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a lot of people have ruined um, that. I used to have my Instagram as a thing. Yeah, it's the same name as my Twitter account and same name. By the way, uh, if you can't see that, that's my Twitter. Actually, I'll put a link to it in the chat if that's easier. Yeah, respect, trust, care. Exactly. That's exactly what BDSM relationships are about. That's it. I put a link to it in the chat. But yeah, exactly. No, she's still around. She's hiding she's hiding on Twitter and she's still Sarah. She's friends with Sarah, Billy, and the others. God damn it, Nats. I absolutely freaking hate Nats. I swear me and Nats have this freaking ugh. I have been I've seen her Twitter account. She's doing good. Sky's still around. And my poll I made received 85 votes. Pumpkin pie was the winner. There most likely is a couple of people who despise my channel. I would laugh. Thank you. Sky was smart. She was smart getting away from him when she did. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Aya. Isla. Yeah, Sky is extremely smart. I'm just glad that she's no longer with Onision and no longer part of Onision's life. In 2 days, Wednesday? Next Wednesday? Or not? Wait a minute. What do you mean 2 days? December 1st? I have no idea. Honestly. All I know is I'm working on I'm still working on other videos and other projects. I do want to know. I do want to hit 100 subscribers soon. So basically, just keep putting out content. Oh boy, Onision's return hiatus. He always says that. Um, I think he might be back in a week, maybe less than a week. How long has it been? 24 hours? 36 hours since he stopped posting? Yeah, he's never gonna go away completely. He's too into himself. He'll be back posting some more nasty shit, like stupid polls that make no sense. What video was that? Was that the video that he made? I'm not gonna actually watch the video. I'm just gonna check. Oh yeah, true. The Toy Story video. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. He posted a video on his other channels since he's announcing his. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. If you go on hiatus, you don't post, you don't make videos on other channels, you don't do anything online. When you go on hiatus, you leave the internet completely for a while. Right? Yeah. And unlike other YouTubers who have Patreon, unlike other YouTubers, they actually thank every single Patreon support. Hell, Epic Rap Battles of History with 15 million subscribers do that. Probably, knowing him, knowing his mentality, probably. It's definitely probably an old a video he had already ready to post because he's that kind of a dick. Exactly. I just did a Joker versus Pennywise breakdown. I did a breakdown of the rap battle itself, which was actually really fun. I actually enjoyed breaking the battle down and just seeing who won. Honestly, I gave it Joker 84 points to 74 or 86 to 74. It was a really close call. I think if he hadn't fluffed himself up much more rather than attacking Joker, I think he would have won. He had really the guy who played Joker had a lot of good flow, but he didn't attack Joker enough, in my opinion. It was still a really good battle. It was still a really well done battle. The animation in that one was high tier. Uh, wow, I've been going for an hour and a half. Anyway, where's Kai's Twitter? I don't fucking know. I don't care. Probably doesn't even post enough on there anyway. Probably because we know he has control over that. Yes, I did, Dad. Yeah, the Kai is crying meme. Oh my god. He literally turned his spouse into a meme. He made it a meme for that. And now it's Onion is crying. I guess when you chop enough onions, you cry. I did have a good Thanksgiving. Did anybody else have a good Thanksgiving? I had something different for Thanksgiving as well. Just tried something new I didn't realize I'd like. 10 pies. Jesus Christ. We only had 3 or 4. 10 pies is a lot. You don't have Thanksgiving in Germany. Oh, I'm sorry. You can still try to celebrate a little bit. You can have ham and pineapple stuff. I'm sorry you don't have it in Germany. Actually, there's a lot of countries that don't have it. 10-pound meatloaf. I actually enjoy meatloaf. A lot of people are like, oh, meatloaf is bad. Not if you make it right. Jesus Christ. If you make it right, you can turn people into a meatloaf fanatic. Turkey is not everybody's favorite. I like turkey, mostly dark meat turkey, but whatever. Um, yeah. If you make it, I actually have a really nice meatloaf recipe I've made personally, and oh my god, is it good! My meatloaf recipe. Basically, you get your ground beef. You can get ground beef sausage. Mix it together. Smoked turkey's good. I agree. Um, you get beef. If you want to get the good kind of beef, get 80-20, which is more meat than fat. 80-20 or 90-10. You want to have more meat than fat in your beef when you make this because you don't want it to get too greasy. 80-20, perfect. But that's about as low as you'll have to go. Mix that with the sausage. If you want, you can get turkey sausage for a more healthy version of it. You mix all those up. You get your seasonings, your salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, basil, thyme. Best option, go for fresh seasonings instead of your powders because having fresh seasonings makes all the difference. And get your breadcrumbs. You get your breadcrumbs, you get panko breadcrumbs. Pretty simple, explanatory. Crush those up, real fine. Crush it up, real fine. Pound it out into a patty, or not patty, but into your baking dish. Put it all in there. Then, no, before you do that, get mustard, ketchup, um, your favorite barbecue sauce, or make a homemade barbecue sauce because I can do that. Make a homemade barbecue sauce. Make I think that's all the sauce. That's all the what ingredients you need. Oh, and 2 eggs. And 2 eggs. Make sure because the eggs will help it stick together. You get all those together, you mix it all up, put it into your pan. Then, don't forget this, bacon. Bacon. Wrapping a roll of meatloaf in bacon and then ketchup or barbecue sauce on top. Bake it for an hour. Perfect. You will have a damn good meatloaf. I promise. Trust me, I've cooked for so many years. I'm almost 30 years old. I've cooked forever. I've made so many different kinds of things. Also, I want to thank to all the new subscribers who have subscribed to this video, to this stream, and to the channel. And I hope to do another stream possibly next week. Thank you to everybody who has shown up and shown a lot of support for this. Also, stand with Sarah and all the victims of Onision. And I am with everybody. We do need Onision to be put away. He has to go. 100%. I think what needs to be done is criminal charges, and he needs to get help in prison. Because having him out in the free world and Kai, having both of them out in the free world is a danger. He's a danger to himself. He's a danger to others. Especially the way he made a death threat to somebody on YouTube. He's done. There's nothing more we can do. Everything he does, everything he puts out on YouTube, everything he says is just wrong. Thank you everybody who has come out and joined me on the stream today. And hopefully I'll do better videos this week. Probably Kai. Kai was probably there with them. He was looking at somebody. I saw that. YouTube is YouTube. YouTube is not like it was back in the day. But I will be doing more videos. Probably I'll do another video tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I will do something. I'll do something probably related. No problem. I'm open to chats. My DM's open on Twitter. My DM's open on Instagram. Hey, if you ever need someone to say something, if you find any information out that I can do a video on, or if you ever need someone to talk to, that's just how I am. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming out, and I enjoyed talking to all of you, and I enjoyed putting this out there. Actually, I thought it was going to be a lot more, less talking than I thought. See you, Dead. See you, Isla. See everybody who came on the show, came onto my stream, and I will catch all of you later. Much love, everybody. Peace.